What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Fandom Fights. We got a great match for you today, and we're definitely not streaming live right now. This match, it's a good match. Good matchup here. We have an undefeated rookie from last season, Alex Martinez, coming in at 2-0, facing Matthew Chen, 2-2. His only two losses, I believe, are to Mark Menchaca and Thomas Scully, both of whom just played in a contender match to play in the title for the vacant belt. So should be a good match today. Coho's on the desk with me. How you doing, Coho?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited to see two of my players duke it out. I always love it. This is why I sit here and get popcorn and cry that I'm gonna have a 500 faction update to make later tonight. But the Godfather and Little Chef have shown that they are good players throughout the careers that they've had so far. I'm very excited to see what they do in this one.
Great. Your Minnesota really came out.
Minnesota just came out on that 1-8.
Really came out in that intro there. But I'm excited. Let's see what they have to say in the promos.
All right. Yeah. Kingsman matchup against Alex. I am nothing but respect for him. So just looking for a great match. Alex is a great player. So just here, gonna have fun.
This should be a good match. Matthew knows his stuff. Alex might say some mean words in this upcoming segment. We'll respond back by winning this match, maybe. So, yeah, let's do it.
Now, listen here, Albert. You beautiful, gorgeous man. You don't tell us how I cut a promo, okay? If I want to be a dick, I will, naturally. I am not, though, because both of you are beautiful human beings, and I love every second I'm with you. Fuck you. You play a great game today. Alex's long nails.
You know, after my last match, I got a message from the boss. I got a message from Coho, and he was like, "You should try having more confidence." And I think I will. Do you really think I'm gonna lose a match to only the Kingsman's second hottest member? Like, I'm not gonna. I got the fresh haircut. I'm hoping that's gonna be enough. Matthew Chen, cheers to you. It's a shame about your untimely death.
Coho, fun fact, I have recently stopped biting my nails. They're getting a little long now. I might need one of those things, but
Oh, yeah, the nail filers?
Yeah. But, regardless of that, Alex was mean. Matthew was nice. But both seem ready for the match. Thoughts?
I think that these two guys are ready to go. I think the Albert Matthew camp was very nice and very willing to just olive branch this. And because it's Spence and Alex, they came in pithy and hot. And that's the two sides of the Kingsman right there. So there you go.
Sounds pretty accurate. But let's get into round number one. Here's how round number one is going to work. You're gonna get 10 questions in the realm of fandom fights. Each question will be worth 1 point apiece, and you will have 15 seconds to write your answer down. And at the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down. You will then reveal your answer and say it aloud. Should any player get all 10 questions correct in round number one, they would receive a bonus question. And each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Any questions we get in round number one? All right, Coho, would you like to hit them with the first question?
Absolutely. Your first question comes in the category of Middle Earth. In The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, who shows up last minute to the council in Rivendell, much to Gandalf's surprise?
If Earth couldn't be in the middle, it had to be somewhere else. Where would you place it?
To the bottom and slightly to the left.
Just to the left. Okay.
Putting like a
I also would go to the left, but start up the ass first. So up your ass into the left, and then that's where it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Alex.
Galadriel.
And Matthew.
I said Legolas.
Both, unfortunately, incorrect. We were looking for Saruman, the mean guy. All right, your second question will come in the category of horror icons. After stabbing Freddy with his own glove, how does Maggie kill Freddy at the end of Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare?
Not good. Not a good one.
Maggie could kill Freddy.
Our Maggie? Yes. Our Maggie could kill everyone in fandom in a fist fight. Yes, I believe this.
Yes.
One arm tied behind her back could beat all the horror icons. Not a contest.
They should have called it Freddy versus Jason versus Maggie.
Versus Macaw.
Can I use a repeat?
4. Sure, that's Matthew's first repeat. The question again. After stabbing Freddy with his own glove, how does Maggie kill Freddy at the end of Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare?
I mean, our Maggie's basically killed most of this league, myself included. Like, this is...
True.
I feel like she has no issues with the horror icons.
I
feel like she'd look at Jason and call him a bitch. Guaranteed.
True, and then he'd cry.
Then he'd cry. He'd put the machete down and go home.
5, 4, 3,
Lawyer.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Matthew.
I couldn't remember. I said the heads.
And Alex.
Decapitation?
Both incorrect. So the same guess. The correct answer was she blows him up with dynamite. Spectacular.
Kaboom. Your third question comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for every Men in Black film? I want to sing the song, but I can't. There's 2 different songs. I want to sing them all at once.
You could sing a different one that's not related to the question.
Welcome to Miami. that one's been stuck in my head a lot recently.
Interesting choice.
You know, Andrew Garfield wants to sing that at the Oscars.
I don't care. That's cool, though, I guess. 5,
That'd be cool. I'd be down.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Alex.
Danny Elfman.
And Matthew.
Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman is correct. Both players on the board. The tie game, 1-1. As we get to your next question, which comes in the category of DreamWorks animation. Which member of the Furious Five performs acupuncture on Poe in Kung Fu Panda?
Acupuncture sounds painful.
Yeah, it does sound it. Like,
yeah.
And then you find out what it is, and you're like, oh, it probably is.
Right, exactly. It's like chiropractor. You're just like, man, I would love to just get the big bear hug. And then it's like, but we're going to break every bone in you for 30 seconds.
It makes you stronger.
Oh,
I don't know, healing and stuff.
I don't even know.
4,
Makes
3,
you looser. I don't know.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Matthew.
I went with Mantis.
And Alex.
I also said Mantis.
Mantis is correct.
Your next question comes in the category of James Bond. Which Bond film features the character Rosie Carver? You know, there's all these dumb facts about praying mantises online that I always see, like in memes, and I always read them. I'm just like, that's weird. Nature's weird.
You always read dumb facts about praying manti in
whenever they show up on my feed. I'm always just like, what's the praying mantis up to? And it's like, yeah, we bite the heads off of people. I'm like, oh.
I'm pretty not sure that praying manti is the plural of.
I believe it. Why not? Praying mantis.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Alex.
Live and Let Die.
And Matthew.
And I said, Die Another Day.
The correct answer is Live and Let Die.
Wow.
Alex will take a 1-point lead there. 3-2 as we get to the next question, which comes in the category of the Wizarding World. What specific type of object is the Horcrux that belonged to Slytherin, which is destroyed in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1? That's just a name that, like, your parents were like, you're gonna be evil, whether you want to or not, son.
Basically. Same thing with, like, Grindelwald. Like, who names their kid Grindelwald and thinks you're gonna be, like, an accountant? Sorry, like, it's...
Grindelwald and Associates.
Grindelwald, Voldemort, and Associates, LLC.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
2. Sure. That's Alex's first repeat. The question again. What specific type of object is the Horcrux that belonged to Slytherin, which is destroyed in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1?
Is it weird that I'm excited for the new one? Like, just a little bit?
No, because I am too. Because, like, I like being in the place with the people. But, like, man, those character posters came out, and I was just like,
they're so bad.
Hello, random person. Oh, you're wearing a hat, and I still don't know who you are.
Exactly. Oh, you did your hair different, and now I don't recognize who you are.
5, 4, 3. Were you in the last one? I don't remember. 2. Pens down. Start with Matthew
I said Lockett.
and Alex.
I also said Lockett.
Lockett is correct. Next
Your next question comes in the category of DC, my favorite. Who plays Detective Tom Lone in Catwoman? What a brilliant piece of cinema this movie.
Is that really your favorite?
I like this category a lot more than most people, but like,
Were you doing the Tim thing of like, oh, it's my favorite, and then it's usually not his favorite?
I mean, not to that extent. Like, it's not my favorite category, but like, it's probably my top 6, 7 favorite categories in fandom.
Okay. I mean, it's like half terrible, but that's fine. 5.
I mean,
Cool.
I don't think the terrible are that terrible.
What about the one we just asked about?
No, this is terrible.
Okay, we'll start with Alex.
Benjamin Brad.
And wait, hold that up again.
It's D. It's not it. It's
Okay.
no.
And Matthew.
Benjamin Bratt.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't think we can accept Brad.
Completely understand.
Benjamin Bratt is correct. So Matthew will tie it 4-4 as we get to the next question, which comes in the category of Planet of the Apes. There are 2 characters in War for the Planet of the Apes who have the same name as a character from 1968's Planet of the Apes. Name both.
But like, yeah, like I think the bottom like 5 DC movies are like horrendous. But like, there's ones that people are like, oh yeah, Batman and Robin, terrible. I'm like, I kind of like it. Like, it's not good, but it's fun to watch.
Remember like a second ago when you were like, yeah, I think the bottom 5, that's not in it? The fact that that's not in the bottom 5 tells you.
No.
That's like
No, I don't think Batman and Robin's a bottom 5 DC movie.
Oh my God. 5, 4,
Superman 3 is kind of
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Matthew.
I said Caesar and Nova.
And Alex.
Nova and Stewart.
Both, unfortunately, incorrect. Nova was one. The other one was Cornelius.
Your penultimate question of the round comes in the category of Disney animation. Which Disney animated film features a plot to kidnap a queen and replace her using a robot made by a kidnapped toy maker?
It's an absurd sentence, but you know.
It is.
Thus is our lives in the fandom states. Yes,
I've read many a ridiculous thing out loud because
like walk up to a random person on the street and be like, and ask that exact question. Just see what they say.
Probably walk away halfway through the question.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Matthew.
The Great Mouse Detective.
And Alex.
I didn't have it.
All right, the Great Mouse Detective is correct. Matthew now takes the lead 5-4. As we get to the last question of the round, as there are no perfect rounds, it will come in the category of Alien versus Predator. How does Miss Vickers die near the end of Prometheus? This is a weird movie. Have you seen it yet?
I've seen parts of it. I haven't seen it in full yet.
And when you watch the series in order, you're gonna be like, "Am I still watching the right?"
Right. I have a feeling. I've only seen like the first 2 Alien movies so far. Like, I think they're good. So everyone's like, "We're about to jump off a cliff with the next one," and I'm not ready.
Yeah, not jump, but like jump and then like hit a ledge and then like.
Gotcha.
But then climb back up. 5,
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Prometheus is kind of like where you're at the bottom of like the cavern and you're a little bit lost, but like it's not the worst place. Anyway, we'll start with Alex.
Crushed via ship.
And Matthew.
I just said impaled.
Crushed by a ship is correct. Ignore that voice crack. It's totally fine. Alex will tie the game 5-5. Coming out of round 1, very great match so far. As we move into round number 2, here's how round number 2 is going to work. It is the wheel round. We have 8 categories, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. On a wheel, each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. Each player will get 5 questions in the chosen category worth 2 points apiece, unless they'd like to check down to multiple choice, in which case they will only be worth 1. And look out, as stealing is available in this round. Your categories on the wheel today are Star Wars, DC, Alien vs. Predator, Middle-earth, Pixar, horror icons, Disney animation, and the worlds of DC. Alex, we are tied, but you are the higher ranked. So we will bring on in Spence. And would you like to go first or second?
Defer.
Natalie, what do you think?
Just give us time to know when to shoot and everything. I think just you're playing great so far. Defer and just relax a little bit.
What? Playing great.
You tied Matthew. Let's focus on that. Let's defer, and you can just chill.
Okay. So defer.
Second.
All right. Sounds good. We will bring in Albert.
So
And
that's
Matthew.
awesome.
Matthew, this will be your first spin. It's on Pixar.
I will take it. Yeah.
All right,
All righty.
got this.
Cool. Mr. Coho, how are you doing today?
I'm feeling great. I'm just admiring Matthew's hair at the moment.
That's
It's
great.
beautiful.
That's so cool. Tell us more about it. Actually,
I
don't.
would- I would
Don't
like to
read
feel-
those questions, Coho. Jeez.
Okay, sorry. Your first question, Matthew, in the category Pixar. Which Pixar film features a clown named Jangles and a character who is part dolphin?
Inside Out.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In Up, Carl gets in a fight with a construction worker after he witnesses what object of his getting damaged?
It's his mailbox.
That is correct for 2 more points. Your third question. Who voices Francis the Ladybug in A Bug's Life?
Dennis Leary.
Discount Willem Dafoe is correct for 2 points. Your fourth question. In Toy Story, who drops the Christmas lights out of the window so that Woody can't get back to Andy's room from Sid's room?
I'm gonna go multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A. Slinky, B. Mr. Potato Head, C. Sarge, or D. Bo Peep.
Mr. Potato Head.
That is correct for 1 point. And your final question in Pixar. What instrument does Joe Gardner primarily play in Soul?
Piano.
That is correct for 2 more points.
All right. Matthew sweeping Pixar there. As we bring back up the wheel and bring back in one Spence for Alex's spin at the wheel. Alex, this will be your first spin. Lands on Middle Earth. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
So I don't love this wheel.
Yeah, I don't love it either. I mean, in the context of everything, it's not the worst thing for me on the wheel, but
I worry if we spin again, we can get one of the categories that you don't do great in, and I think we need a big swing, and I think it's better just to keep it safe.
all right, we'll keep it.
All right,
All right. Oh,
take your time, shoot if you need to.
wrong stuff. All right. All right. Alex, I will be reading you your questions in the category of Middle Earth. Are you prepared?
Yes.
All right, then. Your first question. Which Middle Earth film features performances from William Squire, Dominic Gard, and Anthony Daniels?
That is 1978's The Lord of the Rings.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In The Two Towers, what is Gimli's response to Éowyn when she asks him, "Where is Lord Aragorn?"
He fell.
That is correct for 2 more points. Your third question. How does Thorin die in the Battle of the Five Armies?
He stabbed through the chest.
We can accept that for 2 points.
Okay.
All right, your penultimate question. In The Desolation of Smaug, the high fells of Rudar are a location that house what?
Multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Tombs of the Nazgul, B, the Woodland Elves, C, the Necromancer and his armies, or D, Bolg and his followers?
Could I get a repeat of the options, please?
Sure thing. Your options again. Is it A, Tombs of the Nazgul, B, the Woodland Elves, C, the Necromancer and his armies, or D, Bolg and his followers?
I'm going to say C.
C is incorrect. Matthew, chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Tombs of the Nazgul, B, the Woodland Elves, C, the Necromancer and his armies, or D, Bolg and his followers?
I'll go with A.
A is correct for the 1-point steal. All right. And Alex, your final question in Middle Earth. In Return of the King, Éowyn delivers the killing blow on the Witch King. What other character injures the Witch King first?
Mary.
That is correct for 2 points in the end of round number 2. Coming out of round 2, we got a very close game. Coho, I have Matthew with 15, Alex with 13. Is that what you have?
That's exactly what I have, sir.
Great. Well, then, without further ado, we'll move right on to round number 3. Here's how round 3 is going to work. It is the betting round. Each player will you'll hear a category, then each player can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on said category. Then we will read the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get it incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we reach the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 3?
No.
All right. Well, the first category for which you can bet points is, fittingly, Middle Earth. And we will get bets starting with Alex.
2.
And Matthew.
0.
All right. The question in Middle Earth. How does Arwen escape the Black Riders while bringing Frodo to Rivendell in the Fellowship of the Ring? You ever been to Rivendell?
No. I've been to Riverdale, and it's not fun.
I have a street in the town over from me called Riverdale.
Interesting.
It's also not fun. I don't recommend.
We have a town where we have a cul-de-sac called Sleepy Hollow in our town.
4. Ooh, spooky. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Matthew, who bet 0.
I don't have anything.
And Alex.
Crossing the river.
I'm going to say that is incorrect.
Can I bring Ali in?
You can.
Just out of curiosity, what were you looking for? Were you looking for the horses?
answer I have is she washes them away with the river.
It's not
Can
so much an escape.
can you fully repeat the question?
Sure. How does Arwen escape the Black Riders while bringing Frodo to Rivendell in the Fellowship of the Ring?
So
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, it's like she's not escaping. She is getting rid of them. Escaping, I think, is like not a like
she's
an
already
active, like
built up like some separation. They're already hesitant to cross the river. Like I don't.
Okay. I'm gonna need to know if you're gonna challenge.
Yes.
I think you can explain it better. I think go for the challenge.
Okay, cool. We'll be right back after this challenge. All right, we're back from the challenge. We watched the scene. We brought in a third opinion. Really tough call, but the chase does not end once Arwen crosses the river. The Nazgul continue to chase her across the river. So what we needed was that Arwen does a magic spell, turns the water into horses. She washes them away using the river. So Alex, very close, but we just don't think we can give it to him. So with that, Matthew bet 0, so he will gain nothing nor lose nothing. Alex bet 2. His score will go down to 11. So you have Coho?
Yes, 15 to 11 is the score.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, Coho, what is the second question they can bet points on?
The second category you bet points on is Star Wars. Would you like to bet on Star Wars?
We will get bets starting with Matthew
I'll go 1.
and Alex.
2.
All right. What's the question, Coho?
Your question is, Zero the Hutt appears in which Star Wars film?
Oh, this is a name that your parents are like, you're going to be a loser.
This is true. They give you this name and they're just like, you really are going to be an accountant, but not the good accountant, like the lame accountant that people
Like
do
a
on
failed
TurboTax.
You're going to be a failed accountant.
You're going to be a TurboTax accountant.
Oh, no, they helped
Sorry,
me.
that was mean.
Thank you, TurboTax, for doing it.
Thank you, TurboTax. Sorry.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Alex
Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
and Matthew.
You said the Clone Wars movie.
Ooh. I think we can only accept Star Wars: The Clone Wars or just The Clone Wars. I don't think it's called The Clone Wars movie.
Okay.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna let you make that one.
I think that's the case. So that'll be the call I make. Is that Alex got it correct? Matthew did not. And will anyone want to talk to anybody? You want me to bring in Albert?
Can you bring in Albert so I can at least talk to him? Because I wanted to specify the movie instead of the show, so that like that's the main. I think.
Right. I don't know if it's worth shout. That's tough. I don't know if you challenge it, it's gonna go. If you feel like going for it and using the challenge, you may. I'll support you on it. But I don't.
They're being tough on challenges today, Matthew.
I would say, let's just say, why not? Let's use it.
Yeah, I'll challenge.
We'll be right back after this, Chen. All right, we are back. Another tough call, but we have decided that you have to name them. We asked to name the movie. The name of the movie is not the Clone Wars movie. It is the Clone Wars. We accept just subtitles, so you could have just written the Clone Wars or Star Wars: The Clone Wars. So unfortunately, we cannot accept the Clone Wars movie. So Alex will gain 2 points. Matthew will lose 1 point. Both players are out of challenges. And we're going to move right along with a score of 14 for Matthew, and Alex has 13. So you have to.
That's exactly what I have, sir.
All right. Well, then we will move right on into the third question, which will come in the category of Star Trek. And we will get bets starting with Alex.
2.
And Matthew.
0.
All righty. The question in Star Trek. Who plays Lieutenant Commander Worf in the Next Generation series?
What an intense day.
I know, right?
I promise I'm not as mad as I look. I got my eyebrows done. They look really judgmental. I apologize.
We are camping today, Nick. We are literally intense.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Matthew, who bet 0.
I don't have anything.
And Alex.
Michael Dorn.
Michael Dorn is correct. So Alex will gain 2 points. Matthew will stay right where he is, which means we have a flip of the script. Alex now takes the lead, 15 to Matthew's 14, as we get to the penultimate category, which is what, Coho?
Your penultimate category is horror icons. How much would you like to bet on horror icon?
We will get bets, starting with Matthew.
I'll go 2.
And Alex.
I'll go 1.
All right. What is the question, Coho?
An interesting situation. Your question, horror icons. How does Jason kill the student boxer Julius in Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan? This one's pretty rough, Nick.
Yeah.
Pretty rough.
Still, it's a lot. It's intense.
I will say,
I get it. Camping,
like
okay? It's fine.
Yeah.
I get it. When you go camping, you sleep in a tent. I get
exactly.
it. Jesus.
I haven't used that in a long time.
I will literally pull up a clip right now of you using it in the past month.
Really? Are you sure?
No, but probably.
Like last time I hosted, like last year. I
4,
did.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Matthew
Is it punches his head off?
and Alex.
This it crushes his head.
Punches his head off or decapitates him is the correct answer. So Matthew will gain 2 points and the lead again, and Alex will lose 1 point. And we still have a game. It is a 2-point game. Sorry, I was doing math silently in my head. I apologize. Matthew leads 16 to Alex's 14. Coho, is that what you have?
That's what I have, sir.
All right, then. We will move into the final question of the match, which will come in the category of Mission Impossible. And we will get bets starting with Alex
2.
and Matthew.
1.
All right. The rub, as it were. Should both players hit, Matthew will be the winner. Should both players miss, Matthew will be the winner. Should Alex hit while Matthew misses, Alex will be the winner. Very intense insert camping joke here. Your final question in Mission Impossible. Who comes in to torture Ethan while he is kidnapped near the beginning of Mission Impossible Rogue Nation?
Both seemingly going straight to the board and then pausing, which makes for high drama.
Let's talk about something else.
That's fair.
I'm scared.
I am also scared.
It's a
Frightened.
cool pointy hat you got back there.
What?
It's a cool pointy hat you got back there.
Oh yeah, that's my Vikings hat
5.
for Vikings games.
4.
Oh, repeat the question.
All right, that is Matthew's second repeat. The question again. Who comes in to torture Ethan while he is kidnapped near the beginning of Mission Impossible Rogue Nation? Anyway, the pointy hat.
Yes, I got it in Minneapolis at a Vikings game, and now I wear it for all the Minnesota Vikings games.
You realize, of course, that you yourself are not a Viking.
I am not. I'm not a Viking, but I'm a Vikings fan. Big fan of them.
Okay. Tricks are for kids. No? Okay. Ted 2 reference. Anyway, 5, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2. All right, that is Alex's second repeat. Question again. Who comes in to torture Ethan while he is kidnapped near the beginning of Mission Impossible Rogue Nation? Speaking of torture.
We're in it. What players don't realize is that it's just as bad for the host as it is for the players in these moments.
Strongly disagree, as I have been both.
Same.
But, you know, opinions.
Yeah, I don't believe my own bullshit.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right. We will get answers starting first with Alex
I don't know. Solomon Lane.
and Matthew.
I also said Solomon Lane.
And your winner, Matthew Chen. The correct answer was actually the Bone Doctor, or Yannick Winter is his real name, but the Bone Doctor is much more memorable. Coho, crazy match.
Very, very, very intense game. I think that's probably the most electric betting round that at least intense betting round I've seen so far on the desk. I think that one, the change in lead and all the way down to the end was very, very, very. You know, my stomach was
two challenges of which I'm sure both players are not happy with you and I, but you know,
sure,
tis the game. And again, like you said, lead changes back and forth, tied out around 1, very close out of round 2.
Tied out around 2, or no, not.
It was very close out of round 2, but still a great match overall. Let's talk to the players today. We'll start first with Alex and Spence. Alex, as I said, great match overall. You made a comment that you might not have been super happy with your round 1 performance. I think your round 2 performance definitely made up for that. And then you played very well in round 3, bringing it all the way to the final question. This is your first loss in Fandom Fights. How are you taking it?
You're very sweet. I didn't play well. Well, I played 50-50 in round 1. I did recover a little bit in round 2. I'm having a day, I'm telling you. The challenges went against me. Some questions didn't go my way. It was going to happen. I'm glad it happened to someone that's one of us and not one of those other dorks. If they're not us, fuck them. I will recover. I'll bounce back. I have a little bit of time. I've got hopefully a little bit of a future in this game. Hopefully this isn't the last you're going to be seeing of me, at least for the year. I hope I can come back.
I think it's a strong possibility.
Yes, we lost one of our own guys, which is the best time possible. But also means that I am now done with managing, because hopefully it never happens again. And Koho can step in, because I think we can both say that you played your heart out today. You played the betting round really well. And I think you made those decisions, not me. You did this, and you did really well. It just comes down to that last question. The challenge didn't go our way. Us in teams we're gonna kill, and in singles, you're mid-seed, I think, in the tournament, somewhere around there. You're gonna do really well. I have such utter faith that you're gonna beat up someone slightly worse than Matthew, because you almost beat him today, but Matthew's great hair carried him today.
Who's gonna tell them?
We'll save it for a later day. Alex, great job. As I said, we will definitely see you again, and it will be great. And actually, next week we'll see you both debut in teams, so we're looking forward to that as well, and we'll see you there. As we bring in the winner today, Mr. Matthew Chen. Matthew, great job. Matching Alex in round 1, sweep in round 2 was probably pretty helpful. I imagine you are also a little bit peeved at me, which is totally fine. I get it. Based on round 3, but then you played round 3 the way you needed to, Pokemon codes and all. So, how are you feeling about the win?
I'm feeling so relieved now that now that it's over, because I was so stressed out during that entire round. I was like, Alex is a great player, and I knew this was going to be really tough, and it just went back and forth, and I'm glad I was able to come out with the win today.
Awesome. Albert, thoughts on Matthew's play?
Matthew, I mean, he tied it with Alex after round 1, but I think the biggest swing, I think, is a steal in round 2 on that Middle Earth. Because if Alex got that one, we'll be tied going into round 2, and who knows, that would change up strategy going into round 3. We were able to play it safe a little bit in round 3, because Matthew got a little bit of a lead from that round 2, so I think that's a big part there.
Yeah, no, I agree. Matthew, this is normally the place where I would ask you who you want to play next, but actually you don't get to choose. We have your next opponent for you.
Oh.
And you'll be playing the runner-up from the 5-way.
Oh.
He's right over there.
Oh, great. All right.
I didn't even know that.
Albert did not know that. This is true. But this is the next match, Matthew versus Albert. So I imagine you now hate each other, and you are now not friends anymore.
100%. Yep. Never talking to you again, Matthew.
Get out of here.
Don't ask me to manage you again. It was stressful enough. Let Coco do it.
This will be fun to watch you two play. These two. This would be like Tim and Tyler playing outside of trivia. This will be fun.
That's true. I agree. It will be fun. Great job today, Matthew. We look forward to seeing you next time, for sure. And Albert, we will see you next time as well, apparently. Coho, put a nice little bow on it. Wrap this matchup.
Absolutely. I think that both played well. I think both played patient games, especially in the betting round. I think Matthew just was able to endure it a little bit more. He took a big risk there on Horror Icons that paid off in the end. But I think both took their time in the most critical round, and it came out in favor of Matthew. But both, I think, put up solid numbers, a solid game in this one, and I'm very excited to see what Matthew versus Albert looks like.
I am as well. It's going to be fun. But for today, thank you for a great match to Matthew and Alex, to Spence, Albert, to Coho on the desk with me. It was a good one.
Absolutely.
Be sure to check out all the other matches. Check out all the other things going on in Multiplex. And we'll see you next time with another exciting episode of Fandom Fights.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.